Hi everyone, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer, and today I'm here with RhinoShield's MagSafe Modern X cases for the iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max. These cases are going to give you over 11 feet of drop protection. They can convert from a full case to a bumper case, and they have extremely strong magnets. You've got tons of custom options here with the ability to switch out button colors and rim colors, as well as opt for print backplates. And these cases are made from a food-grade plastic, which is BPA free. Lots to love here. Let's take a closer look. Looking first at the MagSafe Modern X for the iPhone 14 Pro here in the full case mode. This is really quite a nice case. So we have a hard, clear back on here, quite rigid. This type of material is going to show fingerprints and scratches relatively easily, although it shouldn't turn yellow. You also have the option of going with a print backplate here. Cost a little bit more, but they are really interesting. So you've got regular print back plates as well as ones from special collaborations with things like NBA or PewDiePie or whatever. So some really cool options there. And then the sides of this case are made of a completely different material. It's a special proprietary polymer called Shock Spread. It's going to give you over 11 feet of drop protection. It's smooth, it's very slightly textured, and it's flexible. I also love the fact that this is made of a food-grade plastic, which is BPA free, which is great if you've got young kids in the household. So you can convert this very easily from a full case into a bumper case. All you need to do is push out your back plate, and then you need to put in something called the rim. So this case comes with a color-matched rim, but you can also get one in contrasting colors if you want to pay an extra $1.99. So once you take the back plate out, you just slide the rim into the slot that the back plate used to be in, press it into place, and then you are good to go. This case has the same amount of drop protection in bumper case mode as in full case mode. Overall, just a really nice product here from the folks at RhinoShield. Putting your phone in this case is relatively tight. You want to start on your left-hand side. Put your left-hand side in, make sure that both the top and the bottom are in place, and then go over to your right-hand side and clip it on. The back plate might move during this process, which is kind of disconcerting sounding, but it's okay. And then once everything is in place, you want to go to the back and make sure everything is clipped in correctly. So you notice here at the bottom, it's not clipped in correctly, so you just need to press this up. And then it's good. Usually that's the only area which you need to fix. But you might want to just look around here, make sure that everything is properly clipped into place, and then you're good to go. So as you can see, we got quite an attractive look here. This shows off the back of your phone just beautifully. Fit-wise, you have some flex here on the sides due to the modular case construction. So this is something which I don't like about the Modern X that well, but it's just the way it is. The Modern X has always been that way. If you're not pulling it away, it does stay in place. As far as the amount of lip you have on here, you have a good amount of protective lip. I do have a tempered glass screen protector here on my 14 Pro. It's one by Casetify. If I didn't have this on here, you would have more visible lip, but even with it, you do still have plenty of protective lip. So looking down here at our port openings, we've got symmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design. It's not a huge deal, but it is going to bother some purists. As far as compatibility with third-party lightning cables, I think you're going to be in good shape here, although this case does support both regular Qi wireless charging as well as MagSafe charging, so you might find you're using that functionality less than you otherwise would. So going up the sides here, we have a spot for a lanyard, although one does not come in the package. And then you'll notice here we do have some texture to this shock spread material here on the sides. So it is not going to be a terribly grippy case, unfortunately. This is still on the slippery side. It's not going to be as grippy as the new Solid Suit is, but it's not too bad. And then going up here to your volume buttons, these are nice and clicky and responsive, and it is possible to change out the button colors very easily and inexpensively, so I think that that is a great feature of these cases. Also, you have easy access to your mute switch, no issues there. Looking at the view from the top, everything looks great here. We have a very nice fit on the phone, nice fit here with this Casetify screen protector. And then going over here to the side, our button here on the side is not as good as the volume buttons. It's okay, but it's kind of mushy. It doesn't really have a nice click to it. And then going down here to the bottom, you see we have some Rhino Shield branding. Looking at the view from the back, this does a wonderful job in showing off the beauty of my gold iPhone. I think everything looks just beautiful here. So this material again is going to be prone to scratching and fingerprints, but it should not yellow over time, so at least that is good. And you can opt for going with a print backplate as well. Personally, I think the print backplates are really interesting because even if there is scratching and fingerprinting going on, they tend to make it less noticeable because your eye is drawn to the print. I don't have any of the print backplates to show you today, but there are tons on their website. You have to pay a $3 upcharge for a regular print backplate or a $5 upcharge for a collaboration print backplate with various different brands, but there are some really great options to choose from. The material here, by the way, is smooth and hard, has a pleasant feel underneath the fingertips, although it's not going to give you much in the way of grip. So looking here at the amount of protection for your rear camera, you are in good shape here. This is going to be decently protective, definitely going to give you lay on the table design protection. And again, speaking of protection, you do have that over 11 feet of drop protection with this case, so all that is excellent. As far as wireless charging is concerned, you're not going to have any issues with regular Qi wireless charging, and because this is a MagSafe case, it's going to work great with Apple's MagSafe charger as well. We have super strong magnets on here, much stronger than the ones on Apple's cases. This is also going to work great with other MagSafe accessories such as MagSafe power banks. Very nice combo here with the Anker MagSafe power bank. This one's got a little stand. Love this power bank, works really well. And you're also going to be able to use this with more standard MagSafe accessories such as MagSafe wallets. So overall, just a great case, and again, really, really strong magnets on here. In fact, they're really kind of hard to remove. Such a nice case. Removing this case from your phone is quite tight. You're going to want to start at the bottom, push off the one bottom corner, and then go down to your other bottom corner and push that one off, and then pull out your phone. It's a little easier to get off the 14 Pro version than the 14 Pro Max, but both are tight. As I mentioned before, it's very easy to switch between full case and bumper case with the Mod NX. All you need to do is push out the back plate through the front, and then you need to take something called the rim and push it into place into the slot that was just vacated by the back plate. So this case comes with a rim that's going to be the same color. However, I decided to go with a white rim here because it's more interesting. So all you need to do is push this into place into that slot, and then you're good to go. Now all of a sudden we have a yellow case here with a white rim around the back. Now you cannot use a rim with a backplate at the same time, and you do have to use a rim at all times if you are using this in bumper case mode, because otherwise the case will not work properly and will not be secure for your phone. Putting your phone in this case in bumper case mode is a little bit easier than in full case mode in my opinion. So you want to start on your left hand side, make sure both the bottom and the top are in place properly, and then go over to your right hand side and then clip on your other corners. Once on, you're going to want to make sure everything's fitting okay with your rim on the back. In this case, everything clipped in fine. So you can see we have quite a different look here on the back. So overall, I think everything looks really nice here. This case is supposed to be just as protective in bumper case mode as it is in full case mode, with the exception, of course, of scratches to the back, because if you put this in your pocket and you've got, scratchy items in there, then they can obviously scratch the back of this more easily when you don't have a back plate in place. But as far as drop protection, they are supposed to be the same, give you that same 11 feet of drop protection. Once on, we've got all the same fit and features here in bumper case mode as you saw with full case mode, with the exception of the lack of a back plate. So you get the same fit here on the sides. It does pull away a bit. Same amount of lip. Nice protective lip around the phone. So looking down here at the port openings, these are going to be exactly the same. You have the spot here for your lanyard. Same buttons here, nice and clicky here for your volume buttons. And I'm going to show you later how you can change out the color, very easy. And same easy access to the mute switch, none of this has changed. Your side button here, again, it's not going to be quite as good as the volume buttons, a little bit mushy, but it's still okay. Same Rhino Shield branding down here. So looking at the back, I do like the look of the contrasting rim color. I think it looks really cool. So an interesting thing about the rim is that it is taller at the top and the bottom and a little bit less in the middle. So this is a new thing. I don't think that previous generations of the Mod NX had this feature. Maybe they did and I didn't notice it, but I don't think that they did. So a little bit higher over here, a little bit higher over there. So it's going to give you more protection, obviously, for your protruding camera. Don't need to worry about your camera hitting any surface when you place this flat down, because you're going to be in good shape there. Definitely enough rear camera protection. And as far as wireless charging is concerned, regular Qi wireless charging is going to work great with this. And because you're touching the actual back of your phone where the magnets are, you're going to be able to use this perfectly with Apple's MagSafe charging as well. So that works great. Although do keep in mind, because the magnets in the Apple iPhones are not going to be quite as strong as the ones in the Mod NX cases, you're going to have a good magnetic connection here, but it's not going to be quite as strong as with the Mod NX in full case mode. This is going to work with some MagSafe accessories in bumper case mode, like your Apple Wallet is going to work great, but it's not going to work with all MagSafe accessories just because you have less space for the accessories to fit in. So you can see how the wallet is fitting here. It fits, but just barely. So taking that off, if you're going to look at some MagSafe power banks, they're going to fit. So this one here from ESR, the Kickstand Mini, that's going to fit, but it's just up to the edges. So if you look at the larger ESR power bank, the non-mini version, this one will not fit because there is just no space on the sides. The same thing is true for this lovely power bank from Anker, one of my favorites. It's just too wide. It'll start charging it, but as you can see, it's not really fitting on here. So that's unfortunate. Other than that though, MagSafe functionality is going to work well in bumper case mode. To remove this from your phone, you're going to want to start at the bottom, push off one bottom corner, then go to another bottom corner, push that one off, and then you can pull out your phone. As I mentioned before, it's fun and easy to switch out button colors with the Mod NX. So in order to do this, what you need to do is push your original button color inwards. And then take the one you want to switch it out with. In this case, I'm going to go with white and push those from the inside outwards. This only takes a minute or two, and I think that it adds a nice splash of color to your case. Now we have white buttons. So checking this out with the green really quick. So we got a really nice look here with this green. Everything else is going to be the same. Got these attractive white buttons on here now. Look great with a green case. Again, the side button here, it's not going to be quite as good as the others. And then looking here at the back of the case, really great look here again with the green and my gold iPhone. I think everything looks beautiful. Don't have a whole lot of grip here, but it is an attractive case. It's going to slide easily in and out of pockets and handbags. You've got sufficient protection here for your rear camera. And of course, you've got those fantastically good magnets. So you're not going to have the same issues that you have when this case is in bumper case mode. So it's going to fit with lots of power banks. including really huge ones like this one by ESR. This is their 10,000 milliamp hour power bank. It's going to fit on here. You're also going to be able to use this with smaller power banks like the Anker one. It's going to fit on fine because, again, you don't have to fit inside of a rim like you do when this is in bumper case mode. So overall, really quite a versatile case here by Rhino Shield. Looking at the Mod NX for the iPhone 14 Pro Max, we have exactly the same case that we were just looking at for the 14 Pro. Same ability to switch between a full case and a bumper case. Same ability to switch out your button colors and your rim color if you're using this in bumper case mode. So checking this out in full case mode here. This is going to be a little bit tighter to put on, I think, on the 14 Pro Max as opposed to the 14 Pro. Still not too bad, but it is a bit on the tight side. Looking here on the back, first off, you want to make sure that everything clipped in okay. And looks like it did, so you're in good shape there. Once on, we've got more or less the same fit that we had with the 14 Pro, so it is possible to pull away the sides here a bit. But other than that, I think everything looks good. Got a nice amount of protective lip on here. And a really excellent fit here with the screen protector that I have in place. So this is Rhino Shield's 3D Impact Screen Protector. It's a special impact protective screen protector. Gives you 3 times the impact protection that your naked screen would give you. So definitely a great combo here with the Mod NX. Looking down here at our port openings, we've got the same sort of port opening that we were looking at on the 14 Pro, so symmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, but you're also going to be able to fit many third-party lightning cables here, although of course this case does support both regular Qi wireless charging as well as MagSafe charging, so you might find you're using that functionality less than you otherwise would. Going around the sides here, you can see that we've got a spot here for a lanyard, although one does not come in the case. You've got a very slightly textured material on here. This gives you a little bit of grip, but not that much. Overall, this is still a pretty slippery case. Going up here to our buttons, our volume up and down buttons are good, nice and clicky, no issues. And of course, you can switch out button colors just like with the 14 Pro. And then going here to our mute switch, very easy to access. Got a nice view here from the top. Again, excellent fit here with your 3D Impact Screen Protector by Rhino Shield. And then going over here to your side, you've got some Rhino Shield branding down here at the bottom. And then our side button is actually pretty mushy here. So the side button on the 14 Pro is better than the one on the 14 Pro Max. 14 Pro Max is a bit disappointing. I'm not sure what's going on here with this side button, but it definitely could be better. It works, but it's just not as responsive as it should be and does not have a nice clicky feel. Looking at the back of the case, this crystal clear material does a wonderful job in showing off the beauty of your iPhone. I think everything looks fantastic here, although of course this type of material is going to scratch and show fingerprints relatively easily, although it's probably not going to turn yellow, so you don't need to worry about that. Of course, if you decide to get a print version of this, I think that any fingerprints or scratching is going to be less noticeable because your eye is going to be drawn to the print design. And there are so many prints available, thousands of print options available from Rhino Shield. You can go with a standard print option for $3 more or one which is a brand collaboration for $5 more. So you got a lot of really cool options there. So you're going to have plenty of protection here for your rear camera. Nice raised rim here. And overall, this case has a really nice look and feel. As far as MagSafe ability is concerned, you're going to have the same great magnets that we saw in the iPhone 14 Pro version of this case. So no issues whatsoever with Apple's MagSafe charger. Really nice tight connection here. You're also going to be able to use this with Apple's MagSafe wallet or various power banks. Those are also going to work great. And then if you're into grips, you might want to look at Rhino Shield's MagSafe Grip Max. So that's going to work great here. This is both a grip and a stand. So you can use this to give you a better grip, or you can have it as a stand in landscape and in portrait mode. Works really well. Overall, definitely a cool product here from Rhino Shield, and you can get it at a bit of a discount if you purchase it at the same time as a Mondin X case. Removing this from your phone is tight. You're going to want to start at the bottom, push out your bottom corners first, and then slide out your phone. This is not easy to do, but eventually it will come out. Checking this out in purple, I'm going to change out the button colors here for a little bit of a different look. I'm going to go with blue buttons. As you can see, we got a great look here with the purple. So attractive. Nice feel underneath the fingertips. Loving the contrasting color buttons here. Great fit again here with this Rhino Shield 3D Impact screen protector. And interestingly here with the purple version, the side button is more responsive. So maybe we have a little bit of a fit issue here. Not quite clear. But as you can see here from the back, everything looks just beautiful. And of course, you're going to have great MagSafe ability. Going to be able to use this with your MagSafe Grip Max or various other MagSafe accessories. Everything's going to work really well. Checking this out in bumper case mode for the 14 Pro Max, I'm going to switch out the rim color for a contrasting rim color because I think that's more interesting. So you just push in the one rim toward the front and then slide this into place. Just going to put it into that same slot that the other rim previously was in. Make sure it is clipped correctly in place all the way around. And then put in your phone. When you put this on, you do want to make sure that your rim is correctly positioned. As you can see, initially putting this on, this rim is not quite on there right, so I just need to clip it into place. And now everything is good. Fit-wise, you're going to have exactly the same fit on here as everything we looked at before, so the sides are going to pull away a bit. But other than that, everything is good. Same amount of protective lip around the screen. Same great fit with Rhino Shield's 3D Impact screen protector that I have on here. I think this has a really good look overall. Our volume up and down buttons are going to be nice and clicky, and of course you could switch that out for different colored buttons. Maybe it would look nice if I had matching blue ones here for the matching rim. These are going to be nice and responsive. And interestingly, with this color version, I noticed that my side button is working a whole lot better, much clickier. So I don't know. I think that there may just be some very small differences in manufacturing here because these cases are not all quite the same. Looking at the back, obviously you're looking at the back of your phone. Everything looks just beautiful here. And as far as protection here for your rear camera, you have a higher rim here at the bottom and at the top. This is going to give you nice lay on the table protection. You're going to be in good shape there, but then it's also going to give you a slimmer feel in the hand because it's lower in the middle. Overall, I think everything looks great here. And as far as MagSafe ability, everything's going to work fine here. You're accessing the MagSafe ability of your phone rather than with the case. So no issues here with using Apple's MagSafe charger, and even big MagSafe power banks like this 10,000 milliamp hour power bank by ESR, they are still going to be able to fit on here because this is such a big phone. So even though it has to fit within the confines here of the rim, you're still going to be okay. Finally, looking at this in one more color, this beautiful blue. Fit-wise, everything is going to be just the same as what we looked at before. So same give here on the sides. Same nice protective lip around the screen. Great fit with this screen protector. Very pleasant feel in the hands here. Volume buttons are excellent as usual. Side button in this color is again kind of mushy. So there is just a huge amount of variation here. And then looking at the back of the case, everything looks absolutely beautiful here with my silver iPhone and this beautiful blue case surround. Love that look. This case has a lovely look and feel, nice and slim. You've got that over 11 feet of drop protection in food grade plastic, and then the magnets here are just fantastic. Loving this case from RhinoShield for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Again, we've been looking at the RhinoShield Mod X for iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max. The Mod X is available directly from RhinoShield and is priced at $49.99 for both phone sizes for the MagSafe versions we looked at today. You can save $20 by going with a non-MagSafe version if you prefer, and there are 13 case colors available, so you have a wide range of choices. The standard MagSafe Mod X case comes with a plain clear backplate, but you can opt for a print backplate for an upcharge of $3, or a premium print collaboration backplate from brands like PewDiePie, NBA, or League of Legends for an additional $5. Extra rims for a contrasting splash of color when you're using this in bumper case mode are available for $1.99 per rim, and extra buttons are 99 cents per button color set. You can save 10% on your RhinoShield purchase by using the affiliate promo code, especially for my viewers, TheTechReviewer88. Many thanks to the kind folks at RhinoShield for sending me out these samples to review. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments section below, and do consider hitting that subscribe button because I've got a lot more tech accessory reviews coming up. Again, this is Kristen with The Tech Reviewer. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.